That is right. It's like it's kind of a little.
Like he is louder than mine.
Yeah, Coach, I called signal, Coach.
Oh, is it mic volume?
No, it's because I got that bass. It's called
I'm
signal.
saying yours seem like it's.
Yeah, it got more.
Maybe because I'm talking to myself.
Got more definition to it, don't it, Coach?
I got you.
Yeah, that's what it is. See, I just line them up. Blue. Check.
All right. Yeah.
27. You call them audibles out, Coach. When you speak up, boy, you let them know what you're talking about. You got one more done for us, Coach. Get back. Get up. Coaches and preachers, boy, over varsity wore out. Yeah. Hey, here we are right here on the Lonestar Sports Show. Getting it like it's where it's supposed to be. All things sports, all things Texas. Today's show is brought to you by FastSmallSports.com.
Yeah, I like that. You know, I like that.
Getting it where it is. Main man Snoop over here catching up on his social media and getting his fan club lined up over here where it's supposed to be. We want to say congratulations to the nation's capital with all the crazy things going on. We got one positive thing coming out of Washington, D.C. right now. The Washington Capitals just broke the 20-year streak of making it to the semifinals of the conference championship, headed toward a Stanley Cup. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about that, Coach. Coach, you don't want to hear nothing about that, Coach. You haven't you broaden. You're a football and basketball guy, right? No, they're baseball. Oh, yeah, that's what they want to hear about. He wants to hear about Rangers beat the Tigers last night by 1.
That's right. That's right.
To get his attention on that right there. I was planning on getting around.
All things Texas. All things what?
All things sports, all things Texas.
Okay, so what the hell they got to do with?
It's the nation's capital, Coach.
Okay, well,
nation's capital, United States of America.
All right, we'll say that then.
Have a little patriotic duty right there. We just say something nice about the capital, Coach.
All right.
Got everything else going up there crazy. We come up with something nice to say.
Well, we
want
to send a shout out to all our listeners worldwide.
Yeah, there you go. Global.
There
you go. Yeah, that's what y'all young people. That's what the new millennials call it. We live in a global society.
We definitely want to send a shout out to all the people that's listening up in East Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah.
Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Lexington,
Austin,
Kentucky.
Texas, and Lexington, Kentucky on today.
Yeah.
As well as all our fine listeners here in the great state of Texas.
One of them about 24 hours away from the surprise.
The great state of Texas.
Coach, you know what one of the Kentucky people said today on social media?
What's that?
Said if he didn't come to Kentucky, they're going to unfollow us. Say they were out. Say Lonestar Sports Show had a 24-hour window to get it figured out.
All right, Kentucky.
I told him, I said we done see them 4 or 5 McDonald's All-Americans.
Coach.
Set of twins. Julius Randle.
Yeah. Send them to the Final Four, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, we sent them to the Final Four.
Darian Fox.
Because the twins and Julius Randle was on the same team, right? They went to the Final Four.
Then you got
they lost the championship game. Yeah.
Darian Fox. And who was the 5th one? Was it just 4?
Vanderbilt.
And Vanderbilt. They got Vanderbilt now, so we got 5.
Vanderbilt. Well, they don't have Vanderbilt right now. Maybe in a couple of weeks he might go back.
But they had him.
They had him. Okay.
They had him, Coach. That's what they do. That's why Cal does it.
All right,
so I want to know why in the world or Lexington Wildcats, I'm going to call them, for all practical purposes.
Lexington Wildcats.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kentucky.
I got you.
I'm just teasing them, giving them a hard time, Coach. They give me a hard time, give them a hard time back. Call them Lexington Wildcats.
Hey.
No, Cal and I.
Hell of a list up there.
Yeah, we seen a hell of a list up there, so
know.
we want to know why y'all want to unfollow us.
You know I'm a big homer.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to get on that because it's Reese.
Yeah. We're going to get on that. We got plenty of time. In the next segment, we'll be joined by that. But
I'm a homer.
Quality situation. Man, Cowboy Snoop, something gotten really, really quiet. We talked about it last week with the departure, 2 major departures from the Dallas Cowboys within about a 14-day window. They lost Jason Witten. Okay. So where are we going now?
How many times you want to talk about that?
No, I'm talking about where are we going forward from there.
Coach,
I'm not talking about
we going in the same place we've been trying to go, to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right.
Coach.
Well, give the fans the plan then, Cowboy Snoop.
Coach, okay. We keep on talking about what we lost.
What did we gain then?
But I'm saying, Coach, these guys had 15 and 8-year careers, and we have 2 playoff wins to show for it. That ain't a whole lot of losing to me.
No, not a whole lot of losing.
What the Cowboys said is we turning another page.
Yep.
We've been turning pages for about the last 3-4 years. We turning pages. It's slowly, but it's showing.
Find the right chapter.
It's the Stephen Jones chapter. He been doing his chapter little by little. Jerry just wanted these guys. They was wrong. They called it the Garrett guys. Jerry wanted the Jerry guys, including Jason Garrett, to when they reached the mountaintop. He wanted those guys to be there to experience that.
Coach, it's a little. You're probably a little subconscious, unconscious statement you just made there. Jason Garrett better watch yourself too. Huh?
Yes, it's the Stephen guys are coming.
Stephen guys are coming,
and he's not Stephen's guy.
Okay.
He's the last piece of Jerry's guys. Okay, Jerry want. You got to realize now, Stephen ain't too fond of having no stepbrothers now. Mm-hmm. See what he did to his little stepbrother.
Yeah, he was a little quarterback. Little quarterback. Yeah.
You saw what he did with him, didn't
he? Yeah. Extra more out there.
See, what you got to realize is it's a little bit different with Jerry. See, I learned this from you when you start talking about when you get up there in the age, you start looking at things different. And I start looking at my old man. Hey, I start looking at my old man. Guess what? Guess what Jerry get to looking at? Jerry get to looking at little Stephen Jones over there at Highland Park and all them guys and realize, Tony, you guys are y'all family, but that's family. That's real family right
there. Blood
there.
family.
That's blood family right there. He ain't looking at Stephen. He looking at little Stephen Parker Jones or whatever his name.
Yeah, little quarterback Jones.
Yeah, he looking at them guys that he got sitting up there in that booth with him or in the draft room with slacks and navy
polo
blue,
show.
Navy blue blazers on.
Yeah, well, they got polos up under.
Yeah, polos up under.
Yeah,
they ain't never coming up in there no jerseys and T-shirts and all that kind of stuff.
No, they come in like management, coach.
What that tell you? What you think Jerry want? Jerry want them to learn how to run it from him.
Yeah.
Because Stephen know he got to cut off.
Stephen got to cut off time too. So Stephen trying to get his in.
Yeah. Well, Stephen gonna run it until he get where Jerry is.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell. Yeah. That's enough of everything that's going on right now. But obviously, we are.
What about my Rangers? Now, you threw that in there real quick about my Rangers 1 point win. Did you talk about how dynamic it was?
Well, I watched them the other night, and they had a grand slam. Yeah, hit the ball the other night. That was the game before this last game.
Yeah, we should have won. Yeah, no, we lost that one.
You lost that
one? Yeah, we should.
Because he hit the grand slam.
Ninth inning, gave up a game. We done gave up about 6 of them like that in the ninth inning.
Yeah, no, I understand, Coach. Yeah. It's coming on along, doing what it does. And
the one thing about baseball, if you look at the American League in baseball, Coach, is where we are at 14-23. Look at how close we are to. Take away the Astros, Angels, the Dodgers. I mean, not the Dodgers.
Coach.
Take away the Astros, Angels, and Boston and the Yankees.
These guys have played 35 to 38 of the 161 games.
37 to be exact.
Yeah, a whole lot of more baseball to be played.
Play 162, Coach.
Yeah,
it don't even get real till we get to 100.
Yeah, no, that's when we start doing the new mathematical. They're trying to figure out if y'all got a chance or not. Right around about 160.
No, we get about
100.
We get to about 120, 125.
120, we start doing the math then.
Yeah, think about it. See,
when do y'all usually get...
So many things can change. I remember the one year that we did come back, and we were like in third place, and the Rangers ended up rolling off winning 22 out of 25, and came from the bottom. The one thing about baseball is you're going to end the last month playing nothing but your division. So guess what? When you play in your division, hit up what you can do, Coach. You can come back for you can gain so many
spots, right?
So many spots back.
Yeah. Oh, that's the difference in baseball and football.
Yeah, because the whole month you playing nobody but your division, home and away.
Football, basketball, all of that. Baseball does that better. You're exactly right about that.
You go into a series. Just think of this: you can go into a series 3 games back and get a sweep, and you're there.
Coach, we got NBA thing is shaping up just like it should be. I mean, there's not anything that's debatable right now.
I like to see the Pelicans fight a little bit tonight.
You're gonna get some fights. We got 3 1s and a 4-0.
Yeah,
all sitting all across the board. That means that there's been a sense of dominance in the teams. The best teams are progressing along fairly well.
That's right. Yeah, that's
is a good way of saying
that's
that.
Right. That's right.
Now, will Utah? I think Utah losing Rubio.
Yeah.
I think that killed their campaign.
Yeah, I don't know.
I should say it crippled their campaign.
Yeah, I don't know if they had one more in them.
No, and we're gonna take a good look at that tonight. And Golden State is just too good, Coach.
Well, the funny thing about it, the way that we talked about it, that the experts and everybody talked about it at the start of the year is coming to fruition. The
biggest surprise right now is the Boston Celtics.
No, well, with the
injuries,
but
right.
but when we saw that roster at the start of the year, we said Boston.
We had Boston.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, we had Boston in Cleveland right there, exactly. And it's still about to get there.
And then
Houston, which is making Brad Stevens
Golden State.
Yep, and which is making Brad Stevens. Is it Brad Stevens?
Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens look like a genius.
He is.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
He ain't looking like it. He is a genius.
He is a genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look what he did at Butler.
Yeah, he had a good run up there at Butler.
Brad Stevens made Alan Branch and a whole lot of other guys move from calling Butler a mid-major program to a mid-major plus to a high major minus.
They might have tweaked over in the little high major minus, but they was mid plus. Yeah,
they didn't go no higher than high major minus.
No, yeah,
so they was in the Final Four.
Yeah, but twice. Yeah, that's right.
So what are you gonna
call?
What are we gonna call it?
They were like a Gonzaga, but
what are we gonna call? What were they called when they went to the Final Four twice? They went to the championship game twice.
Mid plus to high major.
So if I'm still a mid plus high major minus and I'm in the championship, then really who cares about it now? That means it don't mean nothing.
Well, but you also
that means it don't mean nothing.
You also got to look at it. They did it with guys like Mac that nobody wanted.
A pro.
Yeah, right, a pro. Right, but nobody wanted him.
Yeah, nobody cared about who wanted him.
Right.
He a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. He ended up being a pro,
They did it with the kid, the boy that just went over to the Celtics.
Well, I mean.
What's my man's name went to the Celtics?
You see these kind of
Utah, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
So you tell me that's that's a high major minus program with 2 NBA guys on the roster?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
name me some high majors schools with 2 NBA guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Just on the record.
Right. Yeah.
Do Nebraska got 2 of them?
And the thing comes down to it, and we're running out of time.
I'm just trying to find out.
As we get ready, get our guest on the line there. And when we come back from
kill me with these high major minuses.
Coach, I didn't invent it, Coach. It's like you're gonna argue with the people at the gas station about selling gas by the gallon. They'll not be selling it by the gallon. What's the difference in an Exxon gallon and a Mobil gallon or something, a Texaco gallon, huh?
Tyrese Maxey coming up in just a few minutes.
Lonestar Sports Show right here. All things sports, all things Texas. This particular segment was brought to you by Harlem Hotels Development and Investment Company, located right there in Houston, Texas. Take a look and listen. We'll be right back in 180.
I wonder if Tyrese Maxey ended up going to a UTA or Prairie View. Does he become a local?
No, they just got a high major recruit. They would have just gotten what was the value.
Harlem Hotels. Make money where you and millions of others spend money. Harlem Hotels Investment and Development Group's primary disciplines include hotel acquisitions, hotel development, hotel project management, as well as asset and partnership management. At Harlem Hotels, we invest in upscale focused service and extended stay hotel properties, mainly in Texas and other major urban markets. We are hotel owners, developers, investors, and asset managers persistent in our pursuit of successful ventures and passionate about our products. We provide nationally branded investment opportunities, including Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt hotel franchises. Hartem Hotels strategically places the right product in the right location for the right customer. Get started with us today. Visit us online at www.hartemhotels.com. Hartem Hotels, put your money where you sleep.
Let's run around here messing with all these ball beaters. We got here on the Lonestar Sports Show right here. All things sports, all things Texas. Today's show is brought to you by FastSmallSports.com. Go take a look at FastSmallSports.com and see how they're leading basketball into the 21st century through the vehicle of technology. Right now we have Tyrese Maxey of the South Garland Colonels, located right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, is about 24 hours away from his college decision. Tyrese, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
No, not bad, man. Appreciate you asking, man. Got your Uncle Snoopy on the phone, and appreciate him reaching out and getting you lined up.
You try to handle me right now.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, no, this is your second time on the show. Didn't you come on one other time?
Last year.
Yeah,
he came on last year.
Yes, sir, I came off.
Okay, good. You did a good job. Well, you sound like you've grown up a whole lot, man. It's always interesting to watch you guys growing up. I thought you were Coach Maxey, Coach Tyrone Maxey on the phone when you first answered the phone. But
Reese, he don't think he think he the only one that have birthdays. I mean, he think he the only one. He just think he the only one that they get older when the birthday come around. The next year. Everybody else just stay the same.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the only one. That's for sure. For sure, man. Well, congratulations, man. You made me proud of a lot of days, man. On and off the court, happy with everything that I've had a chance to observe and watch you all the way back to the cream of the crop in the very beginning.
Original cream of the crop.
Yeah, he was. Right. It was.
Yeah,
he's original. When it changed over from the AC Law Camp to the true brand of the cream of the crop, he was one of the seventh graders that was allowed to come with the 8th graders to the cream of the crop in 2014.
We had more than that. It was
7th graders.
It was about sixth graders. We had more 7th graders.
7th graders.
Yeah, because we had a 7th grade all-star team. I mean,
you think
the 7th graders played against the 8th grade team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Sure,
but I'm proud of both of those classes. But right now, it's all about Tyrese. Mm-hmm. We talk cream of the crop later on because there's so much success with all those guys. They're doing a great job.
Right.
But it's about Reese right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is one of several big days that you're going to have over the next 15, 18 months.
Right.
Yeah. You could say that. That's a little bit about what we're going to talk about. But right now, is all about the next 24 to 36 hours.
Yeah, I know you was gonna say that.
You know, you've been around me long enough. You're starting to pick up on.
I'm riding shotgun. Go to work.
Yeah,
go ahead.
But at the end of the day, how did you come to the 5 teams on your list? Stillwater, Austin, Lexington, Kentucky, guys up at
Ann Arbor.
Yeah, Ann Arbor and Michigan State.
East Lansing.
East Lansing. Michigan too? Michigan's on there too?
Michigan State.
Oh, Michigan and Michigan State. Okay. All right. Yeah. A lot of diversity and a lot of geographical diversity.
Scout service guy. Come on, Coach. You got to be on top of your stuff.
Yeah. No, I understand that, Coach. My job is to figure out how good he is. They recruit him if they want to. I ain't twisting nobody's arm. My job is to come up with the evaluation. I got my part right.
How'd you get to that? How did you get to those 5, Reese?
Well, honestly, the coach recruited me, and I felt like those are the best 5 that fit my situation and what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to prosper in life, and how I want my future to end up for me. And I think, like I said, those are the best 5 that fit me and my family's interests.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Elaborate just a little bit when you say fit, and I don't mean necessarily personal details, but just a public depiction of what your definition of fit is all about.
My definition of fit is somewhere where I could go and I could make an impact right away.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have to change much. I didn't want to have to change much that I do as far as, my game. I wanted to go somewhere where I could fit right into the coaching system and be an impact as soon as I stepped on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere I can compete for that potential.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you. Well, hey, Coach. Well, let me ask you this: why is the Minnesota Timberwolves not on that list? If you're looking for a place that you could impact right now, they need a point guard in Minnesota right now.
You're right. I mean,
that's all they need.
You gotta go to college first, though.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Go to college. What do you plan to study in college? Do you have any idea? I'm not saying you're supposed to know the answer to that, but just like you have narrowed down your choices of where you want to go, have you started to create any ideas or thoughts in your head of how you see yourself and the rest of your life and where your interests are?
Can you say that again? I can't really hear you.
You can hear me clearly? No, I said, how do you see your interests off the court? We're talking about, you talked about got to go to college first, a college education and opportunity to major in something. What interest do you have from an educational standpoint, or how do you see yourself beyond basketball?
Oh, well, a lot of things that I take pride in is communication.
Okay.
So I wanted to major in communication and broadcasting.
Really?
And I wanted to, after basketball was all over, I wanted to be someone who could be on TV and, analyze the game and commentate the game because I just love basketball.
Okay.
And that's something that, even watching basketball, playing basketball, talking about basketball, that's something that I want to do when I grow up.
Well, I see that was one of I see that's a big check for Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, why is that, Coach? You got to elaborate on that.
Big broadcasting school, Coach.
Okay, I didn't know that. Michigan, not Michigan State. Michigan.
You see Chris Webber and Jalen Rose and those guys, right?
Yeah. Well,
Jimmy King does radio.
Yeah, I didn't know Michigan was responsible for that. I thought that might have been something that they did post whatever. But no, they got a lot of history and they got a lot of alums. Got a lot of guys that could take him under his wing and point him in the right direction. And people, hey, I don't know if you know this or not. You're recruiting people, not your recruiting people, but your fan base in Lexington, Kentucky said that if you didn't choose Kentucky, that they were going to stop watching the show and they're going to unfriend us on social media.
Oh, man.
Hey, we already sent them 5 dudes up there now, 5 McDonald's All-Americans from Texas, and they trying to get 6. And if they don't get 6, they say they're done with the Lonestar Sports Show.
That's tough.
That's tough. That's a tough crowd up there. I can tell you some stories about that crowd, but a lot of success up there, a lot of success. But when you started to look at it, you talked about the fit, that you felt like you were able to look at these 5 and bring these in and say all of these were places that you could transition from high school to college in a comfortable manner. Would you say that's a fair statement?
Right. I feel like these are the best 5 that fit me and I could transfer right away, just be ready to play.
Give the fans, you got a lot of fans listening, like give the fans some idea of one component, 1 or 2 components of what you saw these schools do that translated to what you feel like you're good at already, and that you would be able to apply right away, or based on your interpretation?
One thing I feel like these schools have something that applies to me is, one, they're winners. I feel like these schools, that the coaches that I've talked to at these schools, have one thing in mind, which is win. And that's the reason I play basketball for my my dad taught me, you're not supposed to play by stats, and none of that's supposed to matter. All of that matters is winning.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, of course, all of them have good education, pretty good reputations of getting guys to the league.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the ultimate goal is at the end of the day.
Let me ask something real quick, Coach. Real quick, Reese. Those 5 schools down there. If you can I want you just to say something that caught your eye with each school when you go down there. Like start with Michigan State, Michigan. Just something that caught you with each program that was different than other programs.
Michigan, like you said, the broadcasting and the brand, and how they have so many alums that could take me under their wing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, That's what Coach Belon his little pitch was, he wants me to be more than just a basketball player. He wants me to go to a hockey game and go to a football game and, meet somebody. The next person straight up Google, he said, will be sitting right next to me in class, right, because the Michigan brand is so big. And then just going over to Michigan State, Coach Izzo, that's a legendary coach. He's great. He talks about defense. He preaches defense, and that's one thing that I take pride in on defensive end. And, football teams been pretty good out there, and track record of winning at Michigan State is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Oklahoma State, I really like Coach Boynton. I feel like he was doubted early when he first got the job, but he prospered really well. And actually, I feel like they should have made it to the tournament this year, but stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that, just building a good relationship with him was one thing that was important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Texas, that's home. Playing in the state of Texas, that's always intriguing. That's the pitch that Coach Shock said, Coach Lucas gave to me was, if I stay home and play for Texas, the whole state will be behind me and rooting for me because you stay at home.
Mm-hmm. No, we'll be rooting for you wherever you go.
Right. But then Kentucky, Coach Cal is great. It's a great program, great school. Coach Cal is really good with point guards, getting them to the league, and that's big. And like he said, he just likes to help families reach their ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was well broke down.
Broke down.
It's a lot of kids that might not get that's going to get that opportunity later on to get recruited by some of these schools. And they got a chance. To always go to the Lone Star Sports Show and listen to you break it down what they're going to be looking for.
There's no doubt about that. As we get ready to wind down here in the last 90 seconds or so, what time and where can people come and tune into your announcement? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, tomorrow I'll post it on social media, on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be posted at 4 p.m. Central.
Okay.
4 p.m. Central, and give people your tagline on Twitter at
Tyrese Maxey.
Coach, boy, you are disrespectful, boy.
Coach, he got a lot of fans and people out there that are not all the way in tune.
I told you the last time with the other. That's Tyrese.
Yeah.
They already follow him. Now, if they was talking about Alan Branch,
Coach, I got thousands of followers.
That's Tyrese Maxey. I'm just being modest with you now. Really,
he ain't got no. He doesn't have any commas in his followership yet. He don't have as many zeros as we got. Tyrese, he haven't reached that.
They have no commas.
You got a comma in yours?
I got a comma.
You got a comma. He just got over there. He got over the hump.
I wasn't on Twitter as long as you was on.
He a 4-digit guy now.
Yeah. Hey, man, we proud of you. We're going to be looking for that tomorrow. But real quick, how excited are you about USA basketball going on this summer? How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited. It's an honor to put that USA across your chest. I went to the Final Four, Next Generation, and just playing against other countries with the USA on your chest.
Yeah.
You're just playing for your country. You're not playing for yourself.
Yeah.
You're playing for something bigger than yourself at the time. And I just build relationships out there. It's really fun, always. And to play for a coach like Bill Self, who will be coaching UAT team that I'll be trying out for, that's always something that would be great.
Oh, that's cool.
Something to look forward to.
Hey, let me real quick. Once you finish USA basketball and everything, you know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to come back in August and be the #1 player in the country. Can we do that?
Man, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm putting in the work.
There we go.
I'm gonna put in the work and perform.
Don't try too hard. Don't try too hard. Just do your thing.
No. Just play your game. Just play your game.
Well, hey,
that's one thing I tell a lot of people. Just play your game and you'll reap the benefits from it.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, Reese, tonight. We love you. You know, hey, we proud of everything you're doing, and you're more than welcome. Anytime you got any announcements to call one of us to come on the Lone Star Sports Show and share the word with the basketball community. Tell everybody at the house we say hello.
Well, good. Be like Zaire. Zaire came all the way back to us when he was almost lottery pick. Now.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't forget about it. He stayed with us.
Same district. That was district rival.
I know. I watched him
just
play.
A year ago.
I watched him play there. But hey, this is the Lone Star Sports Show. Tyrese Maxey making his decision tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. Y'all tune in on social media. Follow him on Twitter. You'll get a chance to get the whole piece in there. We had him right here on the Lone Star Sports Show, Lone Star Sports Network. All things sports, all things Texas. Tyrese Maxey.
Enjoy the movies.
#1 player
Enjoy
in
the
the state
movies
of Texas.
tonight, Reese.
Have a good evening, man. We'll be back in 180 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show. Hey, here we are back from the break on the Lone Star Sports Show. Today's show is brought to you by FastSmallSports.com. This particular segment is going to be brought to you by Hartem Hotels. We'll take a look and a listen at the end. Hartem Hotels Investment and Development Company located in Houston, Texas.
Coach, real quick, I wasn't locked in on the stream over here, and I want to send a big shout out to the insider, Stacey Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He was over here on the message board, and he wanted me to let Tyrese know that that Inside Sports with the Plex with Stacey Houston is very proud of what he's doing and excited about him and his announcement coming up tomorrow. So I want to say that to Tyrese.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. I mean, Stacey's been a big community guy and become even more of a community advocate, just reaching around, just trying to embrace. So we appreciate him and all the things that he
started a movement,
Yeah.
I mean, when he invited everybody over there to the
that's a good point.
To the sit down we had over there. I mean, see, what people don't realize is that, it's a lot of guys that really don't realize that it's a lot of progress since then.
Yeah,
and let me tell you you might not be where you think you want to be, or where you think you should
like to be, or where
you like to be. But that stuff takes time.
But you only you can get there is you got to start. And that was a start that has taken a lot of progress since then. And I just thought it brought some things to awareness.
That's the biggest thing, because you got to have some awareness and be conscious of what some issues are.
Right.
And a lot of people got a chance to share some things, and you could tell some people in the room were looking at guys like they didn't even know that you thought like that, or it was an issue, or whatever. And now you see people with more consciousness of what they're doing on certain things like that. So I want to send a big shout out to Stacey on that, and anything, I'm gonna continue to support everything with that movement, And it's a lot of guys that had that in their mind. I would just want to give a big shout out to Stacey, because he actually stepped out and made that first. Somebody got to take the first step.
Somebody has to take the
Somebody
first step. Somebody got to take a stand.
Yeah,
man.
so it's a lot of guys from Dallas to Houston to San Antonio, all across Texas that were thinking some of the same things, because, I know you've had plenty of those conversations on the phone with guys where they just wonder, hey, man, why guys do this? Why don't we do this? Why don't guys support this? Why don't guys?
I mean, what you hear, I get a chance to hear
a lot of phone calls.
You get a chance to hear kind of both sides of it. That was an interesting piece about that piece right there. Is you had the recruiting side and you had the grassroots side all brought to the table. Yeah. And, it's two different agendas, so you're going to always see things. Like I like to tell people that, when you sit down to the table with someone, if you don't realize the same thing that's on your left is on their right, then you're going to be a long ways away in the negotiating and managing and coming together process, because there's one thing that we all have in common in some form or fashion, no matter how we choose to represent it or not represent it or misrepresent it, maybe I should say, is the success of young people, young men. That's what no matter, some of us have different definitions and I get a little confused about, possibly in comparisons to how somebody else feels. It seems to be confused. What our so-called agenda is the success of young men.
Coach, I was just strolling up real quick. I saw the end, but I didn't see how Stacey jumped on. Stacey jumped on and said, LeBron supporter is in the building. Boy, hey,
he's not LeBron no more. LeBronte.
LeBronte?
That's LeBronte now. They get mad at you. So Chris Wapple might call in tonight.
Bron?
No, ain't no more Bron.
You say LeBron? You say
LeBronte, Coach.
LeBronte.
That's his new name, LeBronte.
I thought he was the king. Okay, LeBronte.
He's LeBronte. And global, Coach. New global name is LeBronte.
Well, hey, the fans of LeBronte right now are feeling real good about it.
Yeah, they're feeling good about it. I mean, 4-0 sweep of the regular season Eastern Conference champion.
Let me tell you what's tricky about this thing. We always sit up around there, and I want you to look at me, honey, when I break this one down. No, I just want.
I ain't handling you now.
No. This is when I want.
Well, watch it.
No. This is when I want y'all to co-sign something. Okay, look here, Coach. If LeBron makes it to the finals, you know what can happen? Everybody can go in and say he didn't have enough help. Houston or Golden State was hands down better than his team. But what about if they play the Celtics, who didn't lose?
Okay.
What happens if the Celtics beat them and the Celtics are without their two best players?
That won't be good for the LeBronte group.
You 2 steps forward.
The LeBronte group.
LeBronte 2 steps forward. What happens if he loses to Boston?
That's not a good look.
That's not a good look.
LeBron's going to do what you thought he was going to do last year in the finals.
Hold on.
Get hurt like game 3 or game 4.
I'm telling y'all. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna remind him before it happens. Every night you're going to see it on Twitter. He's getting hurt this game.
LeBronte going to be back down to Brum Run. It'll be Brum Run Club again.
Coach, if he go down 2-0.
Hey, boy, got that look on his face.
Coach, I'm just telling you now.
Him and Chris Walker and Tony Benford.
See, I thought
undercover Tony Stubblefield.
I thought about it all day today. We had all that time today with that testing. I couldn't be on my computer. I couldn't be on my phone and everything. So I'm just thinking. So I'm thinking about it. I got around there and I had about a 20-minute, thinking about the playoffs and Bron show and everything. It wasn't just Bron, but I gave Bron about 20 minutes. So that tells you what kind of superstar. I gave him 20 minutes. Okay, Coach. I was saying to myself, is Bron off the hook? I was trying to figure out all the angles. Bron ain't off the hook.
No, he ain't off the hook yet, Coach.
Bron is pulling for Philadelphia right now for the people to say he's playing against them two animals. Yeah. Ben Simmons and Embiid. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now that's
now he knows it's a tall task for them to come back from 3-1, but LeBron's pulling for him.
Hey, well, now he's pulling for a 7-game series, so them dudes can be as tired as he can possibly be, and he can get his rest.
Bron ain't tired. Bron ain't thinking about nobody being tired.
Now, Bron's trying to get his rest now, Coach. Don't forget Bron.
Bron spent $1 million on his body and conditioning.
Yeah. And you know what?
Did you see the article about how fast he goes?
How fast what?
LeBron goes in the game, how he slows down. Like 70% of the game so he can catch his get his rest.
Let me tell you this. LeBron told
it's been calculated.
LeBron told Tyrone Lue he wanted to go in the backcourt. LeBron wanted to come down here. LeBron wanted the clock to where he really wanted a situation. He thought the other team was going to slow him down and make him shoot like a 50-footer. That's what LeBron really wanted to do. When LeBron saw he got that close to the basket, y'all look at that highlight and tell me LeBron couldn't have turned that corner and drew a foul or got a layup.
Yeah. No, but
when LeBron saw he didn't get trapped, LeBron kept on going further and further away from the basket to shoot a difficult shot.
But Coach, okay, I'm finna expose you a little bit there, Bronte. Now, The reason he can do that is because his buzzer beaters are not lose or win buzzer
Coach,
beaters.
I told y'all that a while back.
They are overtime tied games.
I just had Honey look that up.
You can't pull it.
Look that up.
You can't pull it.
Y'all saw? Did y'all see? And I didn't even realize it was this. I didn't even realize that when Michael Jordan at Cleveland hit that shot when they was down by one to win, if he don't make that shot, Cleveland wins the series.
Yeah.
They ain't go to no game 7. That's the series.
Yep.
Chicago, you out.
That's the difference right there, Coach.
That was the big shot he just took.
That is what you call the difference.
Oh, it's been some numbers now. Everybody, since all these Brun fans, what is it, Bruntat? What you call it?
LeBronte.
All these LeBronte numbers. Since y'all want to go into a numbers game, since they want to go to a numbers game, I saw some real disturbing stuff today, boy. That showed how many All Pros and All Stars LeBron played with versus how many All Stars Michael Jordan played with.
Yeah, man. I mentioned that stat about a week or two ago.
I thought you said something about it.
The players he's played with.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about
44 All-Stars.
Yeah,
you said that.
Yeah, between the help and no help. Right.
The help and no help.
Right. That's a no help.
Michael Jordan's like 14 or
See, this is my thing. See, I think, first of all, somebody in LeBron's camp about 8 years ago started, just like they started the Is LeBron the GOAT campaign.
Yeah.
Y'all don't remember when Lil Wayne, when they said Lil Wayne is the greatest ever? Y'all don't remember when that started? It started with when they said, when Lil Wayne said, I'm the greatest rapper alive since the greatest rapper retired. He started endorsing himself.
Okay, let me tell you where that comes. Let me tell you where it comes from.
He endorsed himself.
You're right, but let me tell you where it comes from. With these millennials, they're so big into branding. See, in the past generations, you were evaluated after you closed the chapter, and we looked at your body of work.
Yeah.
Now millennials are so into branding along the process and trying to get more value and more bang and more calculated moves that they start to evaluate themselves in the mirror as they move along in the process to sell and bring about and make themselves more marketable. Yeah. It's a genius marketing business plan, but it doesn't fit, and that's the thing that kills me about, and I even, you and I differ on this. Is this generation of great? We use the word great entirely too loosely, Coach. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, there has to be something that it's just like the NBA. We had Max. Then we got to come up with Super Max to cover the guys that make the $200 million.
I just think the best quote was when we was listening to these guys talk about it. I just think when
talking about the young kids,
right? When the guy just told him, I mean, these kids, of course, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, because that's who they saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who they saw. They got a chance. Forget the highlights. Mm-hmm. They got a chance to witness him, the good, the bad, and the great.
Yeah, and they get a little bit confused and caught up. What I like to say, caught up with the moment. He's the best. I mean, I wouldn't argue other than Kevin Durant. I don't think there's anybody else comparable in playing basketball right now.
You got guys like Tony Benford and Chris Walker and those guys like that.
Well, I mean, Tony Benford got handled by LeBron. I mean, by Jordan pretty good.
Preseason game.
The preseason game, and
they didn't play him in college, did he?
Yeah, but they didn't play him in college. He got handled after he got
well,
drafted.
I was gonna say about Benford. I thought Benford got handled up there by Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Up there in Boston.
No, but then they got to moving around in summer league and all that stuff. It was a little different back. It was 7 rounds of the draft.
I know.
And all that stuff. Whole lot of crazy stuff. But you got the Lone Star Sports Show right here. This particular segment was brought to you by Hardham Hotels, an investment and development company right there in Houston, Texas. Take a look and listen. We'll be back in 180 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show. Here we are back at the Lonestar Sports Show, all things sports, all things Texas. Today's show is brought to you by FastSmallSports.com. Happy to have Tyrese Maxey on here with all his fan group, all looking to see which way that thing will go by this time tomorrow evening. We're about 22 hours away from the countdown on the number one 2019 player in the state of Texas. Where would he go?
Coach, I am officially, I know you're just talking about college basketball, high school basketball, but I know I am officially on the Boston Celtic Eastern Conference bandwagon.
I mean, you can't help but it.
I'm on the Celtics. I wasn't pulling for them before. Now everybody calling me a hater. Guess what? I'm hating now. I'm on the Celtic bandwagon.
Well, the reason I'm on the Celtic bandwagon or I admire them or whatever is just because of what they've overcome and still in pursuit of an Eastern Conference championship. Yeah. That's what I'm impressed with. You're 3-1 on a team. You know, I was excited about where the 76ers have come from to where they are now.
You see what Brad Stevens did. You see how he got Ben Simmons over there looking at it crazy. You know?
Well, yeah, he's taking advantage of what you know. I don't like him now. Non-shooters.
Yeah.
You know, when you get that non-shooter label put on you,
he gonna make Bron. Let me tell you what he gonna make Bron do. He gonna make Bron drive to the right a little bit more.
Yeah. No,
to the right.
No, it's all about all of that. I mean, it's calculated. I mean, and LeBron's not crazy. I mean, LeBron's IQ. This is one. You want to know the biggest thing that I admire about LeBron? Mm-hmm. LeBron wasn't a whole lot better than Ben Simmons at shooting at one point in time.
Oh, no, Coach.
Don't put him that far.
Don't put him that far. No.
LeBron he was a suspect jump shooter, though.
But LeBron stuff looked good coming out of his hand. LeBron wasn't going in. It was in his head, Coach.
Yeah.
LeBron stuff looked good.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Ben Simmons.
I am exaggerating.
Ben Simmons shot don't look. It's Coach.
But
it's like he throwing a dart at a dartboard.
Yeah, it's straight on the line, on the rope. You know, and the thing that I'm really trying to encourage, or what I'm feeling like where the accountability and responsibility needs to be with a Ben Simmons, as talented as he is to realize he's playing basketball, he's playing it at a high level, and that you can get better at shooting.
Are you a LeBron hater? Stacey said they know that me and you both are LeBron haters.
LeBron haters.
I'm officially a hater now.
I wouldn't say that because there's so many things. There's so many things that I'm not a LeBron worshiper.
I'm on the clock.
Chris Walker, Tony Benford, Tony Stubblefield undercover.
Yeah,
Big E, don't leave Big E out. Big E the president.
No, Tony Stubblefield came out the closet.
He came out the closet all the way.
Yeah.
Now I've seen him handle LeBron a little bit too. Okay. Because they all that old Nike stuff. They all went over there to go watch LeBron playing. LeBron was stayed out too late. Yeah. LeBron didn't play too well. Yeah. They handled LeBron. Okay. So, man, them guys ought to know better than keep LeBron out that time of night.
Well, that was big what you just said. I don't know who the president is out of Walker and Big E and Benford.
Mm-hmm. It got to be Walker or Big E. Walker or Big E.
No, Benford pretty strong, boy.
Benford pretty strong, but he ain't pretty.
Benford got articles and cutouts and all kind of stuff.
Good point. It's a good point. Benford used a whole lot of visual aid on LeBron.
Yeah.
But, you know, the reason I say I'm not a LeBron hater, and I was having a conversation with Lady Life earlier, and we were talking about social accountability of celebrities. Should they be or should they not be? It's another show. I'm not trying to open a can of worms.
A lot of these guys that's a little older, they still don't forget. You know, when Michael Jordan had these big parties and everything, All-Star Weekend and everything, and Jordan was charging so much money, $1,000 to get in and everything. Man, I can't stand Jordan, man. So all that kind of stuff is still.
Could be.
Some of these NBA players that Jordan didn't put on the VIP, that was NBA players, but they still went on the VIP. That's these guys that's going on these shows now.
Jordan handle them.
Yeah, Jordan used to handle them. He handled them, Coach.
I mean, Jordan was active. I mean, they used to have well, I shouldn't say. They used to have a big social. I won't elaborate.
I was a Jordan hater, but I'm not finna let them just put this guy over Jordan, and this guy ain't passed these other guys yet.
He ain't passed all the other guys yet.
Did you see Charles Barkley list a little bit the other night? It ain't bad. It wasn't bad. I thought it was a little big man heavy, but he had. Remember what I said? I told y'all, I said I got LeBron at 7. He had Kobe at 6, LeBron at 7. Now, I was really disappointed at Charles Barkley because there's no way in hell. So that don't give him no credibility when you don't have Magic Johnson is not in your top 5.
Magic Johnson has to be in your top 5.
When Magic Johnson, when Irvin Johnson, now I can't call. I'm not gonna just knock your head off with Magic Johnson being number 1. But we could make some arguments. I mean, if y'all want
Johnson being number 1,
if they want to just talk, Coach, being number 1 is about the eye test.
Well, it's not all about the eye test. I think it's a composite. It's not all.
Yeah, them numbers is. Them numbers is.
Numbers are always screwed.
Yeah, man.
I tell you another thing you have to look at is, one of the things when you start looking at. When you look at Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay, let me ask you this: DeMar DeRozan averaged almost 30 points a game this past season. Okay,
right.
Do you consider him a superstar?
No.
Okay. Why not? He averaged almost 30 points a game.
He's a good. He's a good.
He averaged almost 30 points a game. Why would you not call DeMar DeRozan a superstar?
You got to look at the context in which he achieved that in.
DeMar DeRozan averaged 23 points a game
this past year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Well, not close to 30.
Not close to 30. But even at 23.
No, at one point he was about 28. I ain't checked the end of the year stat. When he made the All-Star game, he was averaging like 27, 28 points a game almost.
And that could be very well true. And the real point is that I just always look at the context of my evaluation. You can go and catch a kid over at Sprague and one of them 4 o'clock games, he might have 40. Yeah. That doesn't mean he's a high major player. Yeah. I run into this with grassroots. I'm agreeing with you. That's the eye test I think that you're talking about.
Like the kid over at Hillcrest was averaging almost 30 points a game, and nobody even know who he was.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who did he do it against?
There you go.
Who did he do?
LeBron James has been to 7 finals in a row in the Eastern Conference.
Right. Oh man,
DeMar DeRozan.
Chris Walker and I, we went at this like cats and dogs the other night, man. On a piece of the East, he could do the same thing. He would dominate the Western Conference too. And I said, Walker, you insulting your own basketball IQ if you believe that's true. There's no possible way that dude.
Is Larry Bird top 5?
I got Bird around 7 or 8. We all kind of have our own.
What are we looking at, injuries and all that stuff?
Injuries.
Let me ask you this: You got four spots on Mount Rushmore. Is LeBron James? Does he have a bust?
Well, he right there trying to get that 4th bust.
Trying to get the 4th?
Yeah, right with me right now. I mean, that little runner he made the other night.
Who gets a bust?
Jabbar gets a bust. Michael Jordan gets a bust. And those are my top 2 there, and then Magic Johnson gets a bust.
What about the 4th bust?
4th bust is you sitting there. I still struggle. This is how I know how hard this is. I still struggle with the Oscar Robertsons and the Bill Russells. And
we can't go with these guys with these 8 team leagues and 12 team leagues and stuff like that.
And that's why I say I struggle with it.
These guys are playing 80-some games, man.
But it was 80-some games, but a high concentration of talent in a smaller place. Yeah. I think the athleticism is better now. I mean, that's something else that Walker and I argue about all the time. He's saying that these kids are way better than the kids were in the 80s and 90s, and the talent level is so much higher, and we can't even compare the guys and what they did in the 80s and 90s to what's going on now. And I feel like that the God-given concentration of height, length, and athleticism is a lot more prevalent now just because of natural evolution of human beings.
I'm going to ask this question again. Mm-hmm. Y'all tell me, y'all take Scottie Pippen in his prime and put Scottie Pippen in the Eastern Conference and put him in every situation that LeBron James was in, meaning in Miami, in Cleveland before, and then Cleveland the second time, in the East. And y'all tell me what's the difference in LeBron James' game and Scottie Pippen game.
Oh, they are very similar games.
Tell me the difference.
The facilitators, coach, that can score some.
Tell me, I heard people talking about, today I saw some people talking about Michael Jordan never led in assists. Scottie Pippen had led in assists. He played just like LeBron. Mm-hmm. He was the guy with the ball in his hand.
Yep.
When Mike got the damn ball in his hand, he was going to put the ball in the goal.
I mean, if you want to talk about a prolific scorer, it's that boy over there, Kevin Durant, that played at Texas.
Yeah.
That's the most prolific scorer in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He's the best player right now.
Yeah, I think
he's the best player right now.
I got him as player. He started to play more defense now.
It's another number. Go in there, look. It's another number in there that showed that Kobe Bryant won 40-something playoff games against teams that had won 50-plus games in the regular season. And LeBron has only won like 21 against 50-plus teams. LeBron had played against a lot of teams that win the playoffs with sub-500 records in the East. He's played against teams that wasn't even 500. They were under 500 going into the playoffs.
But my deal still feels, and I know it makes for interesting, entertaining conversation. But the problem is that some of these people take this interesting, entertaining conversation a little bit too far, and they want to put the stamp on it.
Yeah, they want the stamp on it.
Yeah, they want to stamp it.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm telling you right now with LeBron James, because I'm impressed with the way he's playing. Forget the numbers. Mm-hmm. I'm impressed with the way he's playing. And again, the game I go back is to game 1, and I'm telling you when they were losing. And he took that shot to tie the score in the fourth quarter. If he misses that, I know they swept him. If he misses that shot, Coach, and they 1-0 versus being 1-0 and they on the road, that's a different series.
Is the deal still comes down to it?
That was his biggest game. He was 3 for 15 in the fourth quarter and overtime. But that was his best game to me.
The same thing. This is my statement. Okay. I'm gonna take this statement right here. The same thing that impresses me about his social, economic, and social political stances, and how much the same thing, the calculating and how he goes about doing things.
He's a great guy. I mean,
yeah, great.
David Robinson was a great guy.
Yeah, David Robinson
Tim
too.
Duncan and all those guys. We're talking about basketball players right now.
Right, but the same thing. But hear me out. The same thing that makes him great at all those things also hurts him as a basketball player because everything is so calculated.
I want to see LeBron James. That's right. I want to see LeBron James stop and shoot a mid-range pull-up jump shot. That's what I want to see.
No fadeaway, no nothing. Just come down and make that a part of the arsenal.
Well, but
you talking about in the second quarter when the game.
No. Well, any quarter, anytime with that.
Yeah.
Anytime with that.
I'm talking about that mid-range jump shot.
You know,
same thing you trying to teach Jordan Phillips.
I'm glad. Yeah. He got a mid-range right now. Mm-hmm. I'm just glad. I'm glad that LeBron is in it because again, I think basketball would really hurt with LeBron James and these debates and these conversations not in it. Even though I'm pulling for the Celtics just to have me a team to be pulling for and everything. If LeBron gets to the finals, the conversations and the sports shows and the talk shows and the barbershop, it just gets that much greater. If LeBron James can beat Golden State, if he beats Golden State, he gets ahead on Mount Rushmore with me.
Well, and I'll say this.
He beat Golden State
I told you,
with this team.
No, yeah.
And I heard something crazy today. They were sitting there, they asked the question about Kevin Love and Draymond Green. Coach, it ain't nowhere in the hell Draymond Green is as good as Kevin Love. Kevin Love didn't carry the team before.
Yeah, exactly.
Draymond Green is a great fit with those shooters being a point forward, but that ain't even close.
Well, I mean,
Draymond ain't no Hall of Famer. This boy going to Hall of Fame.
You're not going to get fan talk out of Alan Branch. This is what I do for a living.
But that ain't even fan talk. Kevin Love or Draymond. You take Kevin Love in front of Klay Thompson.
Right. Basketball is basketball business with me. So you're not going to get the fan talk out of me. So that's what you're going to miss right there. We'll get ready to break off the break here. We'll be back in 180 seconds with more Lonestar Sports Show. Today's show is brought to you by FastSmallSports.com. And here we are right now. This particular segment is brought to you by the product Playbank. Go take a look at FastSmallSports.com and take a look at Playbank, where you have action and opportunity to gain access to all the different sets and defenses and to enhance and develop yourself and your library of sets and plays as a coach. Go take a look at Playbank at FastSmallSports.com.
Check. We back right here at the Lonestar Sports Show. Hey, we sitting there talking NBA playoffs. And you can't talk about the NBA playoffs without talking about your brunship.
Yep. LeBronte. Fine young man. Quality player.
LeBronte.
Top 5 player at this point to play the game. Right there on making Mount Rushmore.
Top 7.
Yep. We're right there. So we all got him in there. But the guys that we had a problem with, Coach, they want him to be the best.
Is LeBron in front of Kobe?
No.
Okay.
Right there. He could be at the end of the year.
All right, good. At the end of the year?
Yeah. I mean, if he goes and beats I'll be impressed with him.
He's not going to beat them, so that ain't going to happen. Tell me, okay, if he just get to the finals, is he past Kobe?
Oh, no. Coach, he would come out easy already in the finals.
What happens if Boston beats him?
Oh, he might get demoted then, Coach. He might come down. He might be 7 or 8 then.
He already number 7.
In your group.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him over. He might
drop in your group?
Yeah, he might be 9 in your group. That out.
We can't get caught up on guys just because guys play
exactly
18 years and 19 years. My thing is body of work, that's fine. My thing is the eye test. Let's take Larry Bird's best 8 years before the back. Let's take Magic Johnson's.
The thing that I have right there, where you going?
Let's ask this question. Does the L.A. Lakers win the world championship Magic Johnson's rookie year without Magic Johnson?
No.
Huh?
No.
But I mean, we got Kareem. Oh God! I mean, look at his team. Everybody, look at his team. No. Do they win that? Do they win the title?
Leadership. That wasn't the year he played center. No, that wasn't the year his first year.
No, that wasn't the year he played center that year. Not his first year.
That was late in his career.
No, it wasn't. No, it was
about third or fourth.
About his third or fourth year.
Third or fourth championship anyway. Yeah.
No, second one. 76ers.
It was 76ers. That's right.
Yeah, when he went. Was that his? That might have been. Was that his rookie year?
That was his rookie year.
That was his rookie year. 76ers, Coach. Right. He came back. That was one big notch. Mm-hmm. Who does that? Yeah. See, that's what I keep on when they keep on talking about how far Magic down. Coach, moments like who does that? Kareem Abdul, this guy that everybody talking about, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. See, we don't talk about what Magic Johnson did for Kareem and the rest of them guys in their career.
Well, Coach, this is how you know.
Just like what Kobe did for Shaq.
Coach,
Shaq had Penny Hardaway. He didn't win it.
Coach,
he didn't win it.
This is how you know those guys' context of evaluation is warped or damaged or in the wrong place. When they look at Kevin Love and say Kevin Love is not a good player.
They say Draymond Green, he's better than Kevin Love. Right. Draymond Green shoots them flat balls. Every night he might hit a 3. Kevin Love was a 20-10 guy.
And led a team. Go ahead.
Consistently.
Well, if Draymond and Kevin Love switched right now, if Draymond was in Cleveland and Kevin Love was in Golden State, Draymond wouldn't be nowhere near that. Because LeBron that's a great one. Because LeBron, now he still will be good because LeBron still made that team about shooters. Right.
So a lot of stuff that they're doing in Cleveland, they could do with him. Because just like they do it with Kevin Love, y'all see Kevin Love flare up sometime and get the ball, and they get the backdoor cutting LeBron because he's a passer.
Well, I think that in a weird warped kind of way, Draymond would almost, I don't know if I'm right about this, but almost would help LeBron's campaign would free LeBron up some. Because he does
his ability to dribble the ball,
right?
Because Kevin Love can't dribble it.
No,
I mean he can, but he's not like Draymond.
He would just relieve. Yeah. You know who Draymond reminds me of? Cool.
What's that?
Medlock Lemon. Okay. Remember Medlock Lemon? You stand right there at the high post.
Now I'm gonna tell you
and manage everything.
Now let me tell you with that switch.
He never took a shot.
If both of those guys switch teams, I still do think that Golden State would take a big hit behind that because the intangible of the whole thing, his toughness and Draymond's leadership.
Right.
When Draymond Green,
that would be where they would take the
Draymond Green getting drafted and moving into that lineup turned the corner for that team.
Right. No, it did. Right. It did. It
turned the corner over there. And then when they went and picked up a veteran like Iguodala, that turned the corner for that team because they got some toughness about themselves. They got a very unselfish player. You know.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Don't you think that Draymond would be required to score more being in Cleveland?
He would have to. Yeah. He would have to. And I don't think he has the ability to do it.
Yeah, exactly. He can't.
Nah, not at that level.
Not when it's required of him. He doesn't have a supporting cast that's already, he got some of the best shooters.
But see, LeBron and those guys seeing, they've been asking for where is that 20 and 10 guy that we brought over from Minnesota. Okay, give him the ball. Yeah. They give – Coach, people don't even still talk about Game 7. Game 7, when Indiana came back on LeBron and them, it was a 1-point game. LeBron left out of there with some cramps, with some fake cramps.
Coach, you might have been with some LeBron. LeBron, you might have been cramped up. I don't know. Stu Johnson said he wasn't cramped up.
And then LeBron got in that. Now you can't tell me that in that training room they didn't have no TVs in there. LeBron come out the locker room after Kevin Love to hit 2 threes and a pull-up mid-range jump shot. Mid-range. They were up by 12 when LeBron came out that locker room.
He ready to go again.
Boy, LeBron's a son of a gun. Boy.
Oh no,
that's a bad boy. There.
He's the ultimate.
You can't tell me LeBron didn't see that on the screen in there.
He's a calculating type.
Oh, that was going to be a tough moment right there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that bothers me about LeBron. And I hate to say it because he's done so many things. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to be anybody that's going to hurt LeBron because I'm so proud of the thing.
How often do you see LeBron get cramped? That's the reason I say that. As hard as LeBron play, how many games have y'all seen LeBron when they winning and rolling that he didn't even sit on the floor and pull his toes behind right now with cramps? Y'all remember he got them cramps up there in San Antonio. They was busting his ass in there talking about it was hot.
Yeah, right.
Everybody else is okay with it.
He was hot, yeah.
But it's too hot in here.
Yeah, no, I mean.
LeBron got onto the bench and got the blowing. I was looking at it on the NBA Network. They were showing some highlights of that. And he was setting the stage for these cramps in the first half. Because LeBron was sprinting after everything real hard, and he was on the bench blowing and just with his towel, he was just over-exaggerating it.
Yeah.
He sets the tone. He know the cameras is on him. Yeah. And he know the people going to put on and say, look at LeBron, look how much energy he's using.
He's a calculating guy, Coach. I mean, it's just, I hate to say it.
He don't like Ty Lue to pull him out the game right now. He want everybody to look up there and say, man, look at him at 34 years old. He's playing 40-something minutes.
He's an extremely intelligent, calculating young man toward his marketing campaign and what he's trying to accomplish.
LeBronte.
And where it is. Yeah.
Where did they get that from, LeBronte?
That's title. That's something that lady has.
Yeah, he get to acting like a LeBronte sometimes.
Yeah, they turn that over. Am I right? Brian the Prince, that has to do with the French side of what's going on with Toronto and them beating Toronto.
Yeah, them beating Toronto.
So in Canada with all
beating Toronto.
Yeah, because they've swept Toronto twice. So
don't get that man
Toronto,
fired
you
too,
call
Coach.
LeBron runs Toronto.
Coach.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
All right. Yeah.
Well,
we got to go with it. He swept him.
Yeah, he swept him twice, Coach. He swept him twice. He did. He absolutely did it.
The only reason Toronto was the top team in the East is because they play harder than everybody else during the regular season.
Well,
it don't even mean nothing to them other guys.
Let's swing on over here.
It don't even mean nothing to them
Okay,
guys.
we spent a lot of time today on the Lonestar Sports Show.
He's the king, Coach.
Coach, talking about the B League, though. Let's talk about the A League.
Let's go to A-League.
Yeah.
Better not let LeBron hear that.
LeBron told over there the B League, Coach. A-League, big boys over here.
I'm saying everybody keep on talking about LeBron and his coaches and all that. LeBron had 2 chances to go pick him a good coach, and he keep going to the same situation. Y'all tell me if LeBron don't want
he wants a coach. You got a definition, Coach. What is his definition of a good coach?
I'm just saying.
He's going to get the coach that he wants. Right or wrong.
So all these guys can keep telling him LeBron keep playing for rookie coaches.
Yeah, he wants a rookie coach.
Tell me that.
Tell me
that Mike Brown gets that job if LeBron don't sign off on it.
Yeah.
Y'all tell me Tyronn Lue gets that job if LeBron don't sign off on it.
No, absolutely not, Coach. Want to go down there and mess with Pop. I think that all that cramping and all that calculating and going on. How would that work down there?
Ask LeMarcus. Ask LeMarcus.
Pop ain't going for it, is
No, Pop ain't going for that. LeBron know that too.
Why he ain't messing with Pop?
No, he ain't messing with Pop. Kobe go in there and play. Kobe and Mike can go play for a guy like Phil because what Phil does is challenge you. Mm-hmm. Phil challenge you to be great. That's what he does. Yep. He challenges those guys great. Well, the biggest thing that Phil Jackson has that really would help a LeBron James, Phil is such a mind guy that he gets into your mind.
Yeah.
And he really can help a LeBron.
Put that zen on.
Pop is the same way. Pop is a mental guy.
I think it
reversed on him with with Kawhi Leonard.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to, I mean, Kawhi Leonard does the Kawhi Leonard look like the type that you can hypnotize?
No.
Hell no. Can't hypnotize no Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we over here in the A League right now, Coach. We got New Orleans. So
we focused to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard be on some old other stuff, man. I'm telling you. That's why he's trying to get back to California.
Golden State. Oh boy, there you go. I don't know that about you, Kawhi. It might be true, but I don't know it about you.
Come on, Coach.
Pretty prevalent, yeah. San Diego
State. Come on, Coach. Come on, man. Steve Fisher now.
Yeah.
That's why them guys go over there. Steve Fisher ain't messing
Steve
with
Fisher retired.
They looking at him like Steve Fisher coached the Fab Five.
Yeah, he retired now. But
how we gonna do our job? What's man got the job? Dush got the job.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah. He's supposed to got it though. He long time.
He stay right there, sit right there, and wait.
Dush got all the secrets.
Yeah,
got to give Dush the job for a dude. He drop a dime on you.
Keep it going. I don't know if he's gonna drop it down. Hey, Dush, I didn't
love you, Dush. We love you, Dush, down here.
It wasn't me, Dush. I didn't try to line you up like that.
Yeah,
but
you met Dush.
I know who he is. I run across him because I don't have a relationship. He's not a client of mine.
Yeah.
And you look at the roster.
Call him on the phone. He'll be a client.
Yeah.
Dush don't. You ain't had him send him no pictures.
But we had one of mine hours over there.
Go on tomorrow.
Mr. Shepherd, Coach.
Go on tomorrow. Yeah. Go on tomorrow and send him an email. I guarantee you be a client.
Line Dush. Tell Dush you already owe us.
Dush need an angle coach.
Yeah.
You want an angle coach.
But we're gonna come back. When we come back from the break, we're gonna line this thing up. We're gonna go back and talk about the A League over here. We're gonna take us a good solid look at the A League, Coach. You understand? The A League, the top league.
And one question: is the future bright for the LA Lakers? What do you see? You see how hard Julius Randle be working in there?
Coach, we to my playoffs right now. We're talking about y'all right now, Coach. Playoff time. We gave you all season. We let you get all your numbers and stuff right there. You probably owe on his steak dinner and all kind of stuff. But it's all over. Come back around. We be talking about you.
I messed up on the numbers even though I was thinking 40s, I wasn't thinking no 50s. I was thinking 40, and they didn't win 40. But that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, hey, we back in 180 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show.
I owe only one.
Yeah. Here we are. When we hear you gonna be at the Hey, we are back at the Lonestar Sports Show. We're chopping it up at the break there, having a good, clean break there. We back with all things sports, all things Texas. Lonestar Sports Network. Lonestar Sports Network is going to be taking some interesting roles in July with some of the things they're probably going to be doing. Y'all stay tuned for it. Got some big announcements coming up on Thursday, on Basketball Thursday, about some things going on positive in our community. Obviously, this is playoff time, so with Basketball Thursday and Basketball and Tuesday don't look much different right now. And y'all got to hang on to that and deal with that as we go into playoffs. But right now, we're finna move over to the A-League, Coach. We spent all that time on the B. We spent a lot of time on the B League on LeBronte, Brun.
I think Anthony Davis got one more in him tonight.
They got Rondo down there to help him a little bit, Coach.
I think Drew Holiday, and I think they figured out tonight.
Drew Holiday, man, gave Drew Holiday. I didn't realize Drew Holiday was a $100 million dude. I mean, I thought he was a solid dude.
Oh, yeah.
Good player. You know, $40, $50, $60 million, really good player, $100 million guy.
Alvin Gentry got to go in and be. He got to go in and be the offensive guru that he's supposed to be tonight. Now,
no, watch out now, Coach. You stretching it.
No, he's a hell of an offensive guy, Coach. I think he's just as good as D'Antoni, man. Sometimes when you get to coaching offense,
yeah,
you know, my thing is he gotta put Anthony Davis in more post up situations. When he get in a post up situation, Coach, it ain't nothing you can do. You finna give up a 3 or you finna give up a bucket. It ain't nobody on that low block in the league besides Joel Embiid.
So Buddy Russ out there. Buddy Russ trying to get on the air.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It ain't nobody as good as
Buddy Russ gonna get on the show regardless. Buddy Russ say we still haven't invited him to come get on the show yet.
Yeah, you gotta get Buddy in here for a segment. Yeah. He get in there and talk about the girls.
The DFW Elite. How many girls he got playing in WNBA?
Yeah, the girls elite youth basketball league.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Buddy Ruff them in EYBL over
there. Yeah. No, he is. Buddy Russ.
DFW Elite.
Yeah, Buddy Russ about to retire though, man. Yeah, Buddy Russ out there.
Buddy Ruff retired 4 or 5 times. Go ask him, Coach. Go ask.
He said he's serious this time, though, Coach.
Okay.
They're all done.
Yeah.
But man, you know, you sit here and you, like I say, we're looking at the West, and I mean, I feel like Boston's going to take care of Philly. Boston potentially beats Cleveland, so let's leave the East over there where it is. When you come back in here, Golden State. But this Golden and Rockets, Utah, but this Golden State, Houston Rocket deal is tricky, Coach.
Golden State and who?
The Houston Rockets. Golden State and the Warriors and the Rockets.
Well, we can't get to that yet. Both of them up 3-1, but that series not over. We saw LeBron them come back 3-1. Let's talk about those games right there. Let's talk about Utah and Houston and the Pelicans, you know, and Golden State. You know, I can't disrespect the game.
I don't want to disrespect the game, Coach.
Disrespect the game.
We're not disrespecting.
That's just like Boston. Boston got to play against Philly.
Yeah, they got to play against Philly, right? Yeah, okay, but
you know, one game and this thing become 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. It's a whole nother series, Coach.
Okay.
If the Pelicans beat Golden State, they going back home feeling good about it.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they can go home and win one, man.
Mm-hmm. No,
you know?
No. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
But
3 games. All these teams right here we talking about didn't won 3 in a row. But once in a bunch of time this year, they've won 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm. How many times have they won 3 in a row in the playoffs?
I mean,
which one of these teams?
How many times have they been in the playoffs in those situations? I mean, so you got to start somewhere.
That's exactly my
point. You got to start
point.
somewhere. How many times? Houston blew it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Houston has blown it. Houston could blow it again this year, because I mean, defensively,
Houston have been on both sides. Remember, they came back on the Clippers. They were down 3-1. They came back on the Clippers.
Yeah, well, I mean, Houston has that kind of offense, but the defense, defensively, that's the scary part. I mean, they're guys that have to get into a rhythm. Remember, I told you the other night. I said, well, they own the night. Yeah. When they come out, make a couple shots, that first quarter really denotes where they are, and they get that rhythm, start playing a little matador defense and swinging the ball around and finding open shooters.
Yeah. The only person that's in right now is LeBronte. So I can give him that. LeBronte, you the only team in right now.
Yeah.
LeBronte is in. LeBron might mess around and be on TNT tonight.
Oh, you know, his people talk to their people.
He might be on what's that with Kevin Garnett? He might be on Jump 21. What's the name of it with Kevin Garnett? Kevin Garnett's show. Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, you talking about one of the talk shows afterwards?
Area 21.
Area 21 with KG. You might mess around. Let me tell you this, Coach. I would not be surprised. Let me slow down. I'm talking too loud. I would not be surprised with LeBron them having all this time off if you look up on Area. Now, because they got a different group on there tonight. I forgot. I saw it on Twitter today. I wouldn't be surprised if not on Wednesday or Thursday night, the next game, if you look up and see LeBron James, Kevin Love, and J.R. Smith and some of them over there at Area 21.
Okay, I know Area 21. Yeah, the deal they bring the guys on. Yeah, I got you right there.
You still looking for that?
No, I'm answering the text back.
Okay.
I'm talking to my mechanic, coach.
Okay.
The text message back.
Up there, I didn't.
No,
I didn't told us what it was. Text us the address, the email, and everything.
Did he really? Okay, I was out
You
there.
jumped back on
Coach, somebody just
almost scared me. He jumped over to an area trying to know it.
Yeah, coach, I look up, somebody text me and asked me for some more money, and they already got plenty of money already today, showing everything going breaking. Mechanic just say, man, I forgot to charge you for such.
No, you want
yeah, show it on pause for me then at that point.
You already got an agreement.
Yeah, I already got an agreement. Yeah, we got to charge you for this right here. I said, I asked you how much I owe you.
Yeah.
But get me back in the paying mood again.
Yeah.
But no, I just think that.
That's how them jokers do. The mechanics and everybody get to looking on social media. See, you just came off a tournament. Brett just had a tournament.
Come back, live back.
Feeling real good about
over on Camp Wisdom.
Branch on the radio 2 days a week. Just had a tournament. Come on, man.
We enjoy Branch enough. Huh? Oh boy, that's world. You got people that look around at it now a little bit. They got a LeBron price and they got different prices.
You got different prices. You got different prices.
Yeah, different prices. But man, getting back to the lock in on this thing. I know you say you want to get a game. Okay, let's get a game. Let them play it out.
Who you got tonight?
I'm going. I mean, right now.
You going with the Rockets and Golden State to close it out?
Close it out, coach.
I got Utah and Pelicans tonight.
I mean, if it was to happen, coach, it's just because I don't even want to say what it's because. You know,
pick one of those two games. Pick one of those two games. Since I already owe Anya a steak dinner, pick one of those.
Nah,
well,
you sound. You know what you sound like.
Since you want to go, since you going,
coach.
I'm saying since you going,
you know,
pick one of those two.
I can buy my own steak.
I know you can. I know you can.
I'm gonna buy my own steak. Coach.
You probably owe me one still.
No,
I owe you.
Because you know what you felt.
He sure do.
Yeah.
I owe you $20.
Yeah. Now that won't cover the steak though. Yeah. You can put that in on steak.
Appetizer and drink.
What we get right now, when we going, coach, $20 get you about a glass of wine down there and Martin's in there. Yeah, you take a tip for the valet. but you know, back to my point I'm making here, man, is that when you say for me to pick someone, even if it extends out right now, right? I mean, to me, one of the most interesting.
We just talking about tonight. We ain't talking about what the next game. Tonight.
Okay, we're talking about tonight. Well, tonight I'm picking the Warriors and the Rockets.
Okay. I got the Pelicans.
That's the favorites, right?
I got the
Pelicans and Utah.
Yeah.
See, Snoop Johnson likes to keep the thing going on.
That's just how I feel.
It's really how you feel?
That's what I feel right now. I don't think they're gonna win the series. Those guys gonna win the series and come
okay.
back. I'm just saying. I just think those two teams really got a lot of pride.
You don't feel like they win the series?
I don't think they're gonna do like those other like Toronto. I think
Toronto was doing the best they can, coach.
Man, Toronto don't have no pride. I'm telling y'all, when they lost that first game, coach, that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was it.
It might be some truth to that. I mean, I think that they might fight back a little bit more.
Coach,
how much better would the Pelicans be right now?
You let Cleveland, not just LeBron. You let Cleveland, not just LeBron, but I'm talking about JR and Love. When they went up 1-0 and they went in that second game with no pressure at all,
if DeMarcus Cousins is still healthy and playing, no torn Achilles, and still playing, how much difference does that make in this deal?
Oh man. It'd been tough.
It wouldn't be 3-1 right now.
It wouldn't be 3-1 right now.
Good statement.
I hope they can re-sign him. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for time.
But I'm gonna tell you though, now DeMarcus Cousins being down there in New Orleans,
is he the best center in basketball right now?
He's sitting there, coach. He's sitting there an hour and a half away from the crib, from Mobile.
Yeah, no, that's where folks still.
Now the question is, do he want to be in Mobile or not? I know he's a homer. You know, he goes down there and throw one of them big old, shut the park down picnics for everybody and everything. Him and Marcus Russell and all that. Oh yeah. Marcus Cousins took over that. It used to be Jamarcus Russell's picnic. He still has it. Marcus Russell has it, rides around his Rolls Royce and all that. But then DeMarcus Cousins coming out, 3 or 4 Rolls Royces moving around. His money's still coming in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And got another one coming.
Now he got another big one.
Or coming. 2 coming.
Got a big one coming, Coach.
Yeah.
He got a real big one coming.
Yeah.
What they call it, Max, Supermax? He was Supermax guy.
I don't know if he's going to get that.
I don't know if he's going to get that. I bet somebody, he might not be. Hey, he might not be in New Orleans. New Orleans don't want to get their Supermax money together. You don't think there's anybody out there to give him a Supermax?
Lakers. Lakers will give it to him.
Yeah, they will.
If the Lakers can go if they could go put their hands on Cousins, that's a conversation people ain't had. Cousins and Paul George.
Y'all be on your way then, Coach?
That's a fit that fits everything. You keep Ingram. Now you keep Kuzma as the 6 coming off the bench.
Yeah, and you doing some commentating today, Coach.
And you do. Yeah, I saw that. And you keep Julius Randle.
They ain't gonna get rid of Julius Randle, don't they?
No, I'm just saying it's a perfect fit though.
They don't get in the way of anything they already doing.
Yeah, they don't get in the way.
No, I agree with that. Probably bring a lot of maturity and stuff.
Now you got 2 true number 1s.
So you're gonna have DeMarcus Cousins managing Julius Randle.
Ooh, God damn. You right about that. I don't know if they can pull that one off. Lord have mercy.
Pretty interesting. Now you let me know how that comes back.
But you remember when Julius Randle got drafted, Sacramento hired his high school coach from Mobile, from LaFleur High School. Coach.
Oh, you talking about when not Julius Randle, but we talking about DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah. No, I know the group family real well. Yeah. You know we had the little brother down here in junior college.
Well, I remember. Then I remember. Mm-hmm. The first time I knew him, even though my wife was from Mobile, the first time I knew about DeMarcus Cousins was through Belial.
That's right.
Belial had him over there in Tennessee when they had the little
camp.
What do you call it?
I forgot what they camp. Dynasty camp.
Dynasty. Yeah. That's the first time I saw him when he sent the information down here for Keith Frazier and them.
Yeah. Dynasty camp. Lone Star Sports Show right here on the Lone Star Sports Network.
Damn, the Rangers down
all
5-0.
things. Gonna be a rough one the rest of the night. Y'all put your seatbelt on.
Second inning though.
Yeah, Coach, y'all ain't got that kind of bat like that right there. Coach, y'all get down to it for
it. Doing pretty good.
Yeah. Coach, y'all hit a grand slam and still lost. Hey, here we are back here at the Lone Star Sports Show. We'll see you in 180 seconds with more Ranger Royce and his Rangers, and we're going to give you all the basketball and keep it going like it is. We're going to take a look at this draft situation, how the Texas guys are signing up and looking in the mock draft right now as we get ready to close out the A-League, and I'll give you my predictions of how this thing is going to come all the way out. Talk back to you in 180 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show. Hey, back here at the Lonestar Sports Show, right here on the Lonestar Sports Network, giving it to you like it is. All things sports, all things Texas. Right now, we're down in Houston, Texas, and Stoop Johnson trying to keep the hope alive. But I think the Rockets close this thing out tonight, right there at Toyota Center, downtown Houston tonight. It'll be popping and on. Main man Hatter and. They'll be over right around the corner. What's your spot?
They're feeling Derrick's.
Feeling Derrick's. There you go. I feel Coach. Well, Phil Derrick's going to also a free meal, boy, with publicity. If people go to Houston from Dallas and go down, they're going to be looking for Phil Derrick's. Yeah, we can give y'all plenty of props down there. Phil Derrick. Nice place though, but it'll be on and down there, Coach. I think it's all headed down that way. When we get down there, it's a kind of interesting game, Coach. 20-point game on into the second quarter, pretty good.
20-point game.
Yeah, I mean, not a 20-point game, but only 20 points been scored.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, they haven't stretched them out like that. No, it's only a 5-point game right now, but only 20-point offensive effort, which is low for the Rockets in the first quarter.
I got you.
First quarter, they'll score 24. I think they averaged 24, 26 points in the first quarter.
Got you.
And so it looks like it was about a 17 to 18-point first quarter. So it could be tricky tonight. Could be tricky, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I know Snoop Johnson wants to keep on dragging this thing out and keep everybody entertained with plenty of basketball. With, the life goes on. The beat got to keep on moving and doing what it does. I got the Rockets and Golden State in the championship. I mean, in the Western, in the A-League over here, in the Red Finals.
Western Conference Finals.
Western Conference Finals.
That's a good pick. That's going to be a good finals. I mean, Western Conference Finals.
And I think that's, sometimes you know exactly where I'm going already. That's kind of it, ain't it, Coach?
Yeah.
That's the best two teams in basketball right now, sitting right there.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of your so-called experts and professionals and powers that be and authorities and credible media entities would disagree with the fact that the Rockets and Golden State are probably two of the most. Now, I think it's going to be entertaining,
Coach. I think Cleveland on paper, Cleveland is built up just as good as those guys. Let's go down the roster, Coach. Cleveland.
Which guys?
The Cleveland, the Rockets, and Golden State.
I don't think any of them are built like Golden State.
Coach, they players. Coach, they just play well together, Coach. They play well together.
They shoot well together, too.
Let's just go down the list. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They just shoot the ball. You can't. Those guys that play for Cleveland, those guys can shoot the ball, too.
Yeah, but J.R. Smith's streaky.
He's streaky. Klay Thompson and them don't make it every night, Coach, but they got the ability when they go off to go off.
Yeah, boy,
go look at their numbers. They don't go off every night.
There you go with them. That's statistics.
But I'm saying they don't go off every night.
No, they don't go off every night. They go.
Think about how many games
they go off.
Think about how many games that if Kevin Durant didn't bail those guys out, they lose.
Yeah, but they brought Kevin Durant over there for.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's go down. That's
why they got the best team.
Okay, let's go down.
A lot of options, Coach. Go down the list.
Okay, Houston, their best player, James Harden. Okay. Golden State, their best player is
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
That don't look good right there on paper.
Wait a minute. Then Cleveland, their best player, LeBron James. Okay. Now, out of those three, whose best player is the best player?
Golden State, 1A and 1B.
Him and LeBron?
Him and LeBron.
Okay. So, all right, Houston's in third place. All right, let's go to all three of those teams, they second best player. Okay. Let's start off with Houston. Chris Paul, right?
Chris Paul second best.
Okay. Let's go to Golden State. Steph.
Yeah, Steph here. Okay.
Yeah, Steph been an MVP before. He got to be Steph.
Yeah.
Okay, Steph. And then let's go to LeBron now. Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Kevin Love.
Yeah, all you LeBron fans, I'm gonna let y'all know Snoop Johnson setting y'all up right now.
No.
Next time y'all say he ain't got no help, that's what he lining y'all up for. Go ahead, Coach. I'm all right.
No,
I don't mind you lining him up, Coach. I help you line him up, Coach.
Who's second best? Now, who's second best player out of those three? Who's second best player is the best?
Steph Curry.
Okay. Who's after Steph?
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love over Chris Paul.
Scoring.
He's 20 and 10 guy.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
So now we look where we are now.
Is he lining y'all up with LeBron fans? Is that what he?
All right, now hold on. Go to these.
I help you, Coach.
All right,
go ahead.
Okay, go to all these teams.
Third
best player. Go to their third best player. This is where it gets interesting. Start with Houston. Who's Houston's third best player?
You got to scratch our head a little bit on that. Reason or somebody?
No, I think it's the boy from Indiana. The boy used to play at Indiana.
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon. Yep.
Eric Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Capella.
He's coming.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming.
Capella,
impact
guy.
I think Capella is probably the more impactful guy.
Impact.
So let's go with Capella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the third best player.
All right. Let's go to Golden State. Is it Draymond or
Clay?
Or Clay?
It's Draymond.
Draymond.
Okay.
Because
Draymond.
impactful, but
All right.
statistically, it might. But yeah, go ahead.
We know the definition.
Yeah.
All right. Go to the third. Now go to Cleveland.
Kyle
Korver.
Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver.
They don't like for you to say that, Coach. I want to let you know.
Just being honest. Kyle Korver didn't carry the program before.
Yeah.
With the Hawks.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
true. Former All-Star.
Former All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They
I
don't-
know it ain't sexy.
They don't like
but
you say
Kyle-
that because they get embarrassed.
But I'm saying, y'all
insult him. Chris
go
Wall
look-
got real mad
go
when I
look
told him
at-
that
go-
last night.
Go look at the tape. Forget about what he looked like, his socks up and all that. Go look. At, know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
No, it's real talk.
No, I'm
it's
telling
real
you,
talk.
what we do, we don't give a dude credit if he ain't crossing you over and dunking.
Yep. But you
But
got.
I'm telling y'all,
look at the production.
I'm telling you, look
at
in these first two series,
No,
as many
I-
points as LeBron scored, especially in that Indiana series, how many times did you see them in tight games go down there and run a set play for Kyle Korver, for him to a must-hit shot?
Mm-hmm.
Every time it saw like Indiana was going to pull off and take off, they might go up by 3 or 6 or 5 or something like that. Kyle Korver come back with 2 of them, bam, bam.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. But they don't like you talking about that. But
I'm saying I saw LeBron. One time I
So
saw
we-
LeBron
okay.
screening for him.
So
when
we
have
got-
you ever seen Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant,
screening for anybody.
Michael
he
Jordan
he
go on the screen for somebody?
Right. He don't want the ball in hand, Coach.
And I'm glad you just brought that up, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about this.
Back over in the B league.
No, let's talk
again.
about.
Go ahead,
we
Coach.
back in the big league, B league,
B league.
B league. Let's talk about this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I know LeBron hit the running glass shot.
Nice shot.
Okay, the running glass banker.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go
But the
back.
game- while the game
let's
was
go
tied.
back. Let's go back before that.
While the game was tied.
Let's go back before that. When they gave up the layup to Toronto, why did LeBron go grab that ball to throw it in so quick? Why he didn't take that ball and throw it to to Jeff Green? Jeff Green was already almost out of bounds. He was coming from out of bounds while LeBron was taking the ball out of bounds. Why LeBron didn't tap the ball over to him and say, throw it right back to me?
Because he didn't want it, Coach.
Watch the film. Go pull that up right there. LeBron James got the ball out the net.
I saw it, Coach.
And I'm saying, I don't know why Jeff Green was out of bounds, but Jeff Green was coming from out of bounds.
Coach, do you
And LeBron told him to hurry up and get in so he can get out and throw the ball to him.
Coach, do you realize doing what I do for a living
Why you can't get on
as a basketball scout?
Can't get on Rushmore like that, Coach.
Coach, do you realize how many guys I identify that are running from the ball when the game get on the line at the high school level?
Yeah.
When they don't want that pressure.
Yeah.
They don't want that. So what makes me all of a sudden get blind to it just because I'm watching the NBA game? I can't see it no more.
And Snoop, defending your Kyle Korver, third best player, he is the third leading scorer for Cleveland this playoff series.
Should be.
Yeah.
He should be.
They just don't like you to say that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a
Man,
fact.
what's the difference? I mean, he playing great defense in the playoffs, too. He might not be a great defensive player, but he's playing great. Him and JR are playing great defense right now.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. JR is doing his part. So did we ever get all the way to our point when we got down through? We got to the third best
Yeah,
player.
we got to the third best player.
So we had Houston. We went with the big boy, right?
We went with Capella. And then we went Draymond.
Then we went Draymond, and we still got Clay sitting over there the fourth, right?
Yeah,
we went Draymond. We chose Draymond.
And then we
And then we